Thanks for listening to our podcast, Unmetered. As a member-owned, not-for-profit electric cooperative, our focus is on providing affordable, reliable, safe electricity and outstanding member service. One way that we're doing that is by providing more avenues of communication to you, our member. Through the podcast, we hope that you will be able to find some helpful hints, tips, and things to help you conserve energy, as well as some informational pieces that will help you understand what it means to be a member. Welcome to another episode of Unmetered, brought to you by Middle Tennessee Electric. Of course, we're excited to have everyone here.
Extremely excited.
By everyone, I mean myself and Josh and
Sonny.
Sonny's feeling a little lively there. We'll see how long he lasts.
I don't know if he's going to last very long.
But again, we're excited that everyone's here listening in to this episode 69 of the podcast.
We're cruising, man.
We are. It's moving along at a good clip.
Award winning.
Yes,
2 times.
We've not told them about the second time yet, but
no, we won an award, another one. So
this one's gold.
It is.
It's exciting. So we'll bring that in once we get it here in a couple of weeks, and extremely excited to win that award too. But again, before we get into today's topic, which is about how to use myMTEMC to improve your energy habits, right? Lower your consumption. Don't forget about Share and Change. You can sign up by going to shareandchange.org, or you can also sign up by going to the right corner of your paper bill. Lower right corner of your paper bill. And you just check the box that says, I want to participate. Or if you want to give a little bit more than just rounding up your dollar, you can also check the box for that as well. That's right. It's real simple. Easiest good thing you'll ever do. Other thing that we should probably talk about is outages. Of course. And reporting those. You know, we had some storms roll through just the other day, as a matter of fact. It was some very thick storms. It was, and last week. But we had a lot of folks that use the app, a lot of folks that called the IVR. Yep. So just if you have an outage, doesn't matter. Just report it. Just report it. Well, and also one thing to mention on that, if it flickers, if it blinks, report that, because again, that's one way that we're able to make sure that our systems is the most robust it can be and the most effective that it can be. Well, and a lot of times, those flickers can be caused by, a tree branch that's just tapping the lines or whatever. So either way, report it. It's good. And then, of course, right now we've got Experience Membership going on. Right. And if you've not yet seen any of the videos that are going on our social media, they're really fun. Good. They're really good. And the one way that you can see all of them, even if you're not on social media, is by going to experiencemembership.coop. That's right. It is .coop. Not .com, .coop, because we are a co-op. So that's right. Experiencemembership.coop. Because there you'll not just see, of course, videos. While they're cool, right, they actually go to show our memberships and communicate with our membership about the benefits that they have by being a member of Middle Tennessee Electric. Yeah, so many times folks, they think just because they get power from us, they come from other utilities, from other areas. Middle Tennessee is just this huge melting pot of people. And so, oftentimes you're just a customer and, just a number to other utilities. With us, you have a name and we care about you and you are a member and membership has its benefits. Check them out at experiencemembership.coop. Should we cue up the Where Everybody Knows Your Name song? I was thinking that, man. A little too much there. I was going down that road. But speaking of benefits of being a member of Middle Tennessee Electric, we've got a very, very new product to us, of course. Yeah. For the rest of the world, it's not so new, and that is a mobile app. Man, it is the coolest thing in the world. I like it a lot. I like it because when we had outages, I was able to report my outage. Very cool. But, you'll probably remember, Sonny, wake up. You'll probably remember, he's falling asleep on the job. It's not good. He has one job to dance for us. You probably remember, in January, we had some pretty high bills. It was cold for a while. And so, we were telling folks, go to your myMTEMC app, go to your web portal, check it out, look at your usage. And, what we heard back was, well, I've tried that. It's not reloading. My data's not up to date. So we're going to walk you through kind of what to do and how to see that stuff. Well, there's some new things that have come out. We recently. Just had a new since we launched. There's actually some new features that have been put into the app that are just a convenience factor, and we'll go through those. But if you've not signed up for myMTEMC, you can actually sign up for it and not even use the mobile app. And so you can do that by going to mtmc.com. and checking out in the upper right-hand corner,
Right.
you can sign up for myMTEMC web portal, which gives you actually more functionality than the mobile app does, because you have the ability to control extra things, notifications. You can actually sign up for sharing change through the web portal all by yourself.
Yeah.
No need to even contact us in the first place.
You hit something that's really important for most folks to understand, or for everybody to understand. In order to manage your notifications, your bill, outage notifications, all that stuff, you have to do that through the web portal. You can't do it through the app yet.
We're trying, working on it. We're talking with people about things and stuff to make that happen. But right now,
just through the web portal.
The web portal.
Now, when you get signed up on the web portal, those same credentials actually work for the app. So you can, one place or the other. It doesn't matter where you sign up.
Once you've signed up, period.
Right. Be it through the app or the web portal.
Just remember what your password is, and you can log in and jump into it. But the way that you can actually download the myMTEMC app is by going to the iTunes App Store, going to Google Play.
Right.
You'll be able to sign up for that. You can also get more information by going to mtmc.com/myMTEMC.
That's right.
But we are going to work on the assumption that you've already downloaded the app.
We're going to hope that everybody has downloaded the app.
Looking at the numbers, we've had more than 1,100.
That is so many.
There's so many. Actually, it's more about almost 60,000 of you more than 60,000 of you have downloaded the app.
And
so
that is awesome.
And it's growing every single day,
That's
every single month. We're gaining more. So the 1,100 is not a real number, in case you're a math major, which we are not. So we
know this.
So we use that number quite often.
That's right.
But once you get into myMTEMC, the way you can look at your usage is you log in.
Right.
If you've got a phone that has Touch ID, you can just use your little thumbprint there. Just
whatever finger you use.
Whichever finger. I haven't put my pinky, but maybe put a little pinky, just a little. But you get in there into the myMTEMC on the screen. You're going to see an icon that says My Usage.
Right. That is probably. Well, I can't say it's the most important, because really they're all important. I mean, to me, the unMetered icon is probably the most important one on there.
Exactly. It's a fantastic one. Some of you might think that paying your bill is the most important one.
We're talking unMetered.
But
okay, let's be serious. Paying your bill is
it's important, because you can set up recurring payments. You can do all these cool things. But in the My Usage is the one that people have started to click on.
Man, the cool thing about that, so when you click on it, you can actually go in there and see your usage day by day.
Yep.
And as you drill down into that, you can actually see it hour over hour. So any adjustments that you make, I mean, they're as close to real time as we can get.
I mean, depending on the day,
right?
You can get it within about half an hour of actual real time.
Mm-hmm. When we had that high bill time, and this is good to know as we roll into summer, into spring and summer, when we had high bills, I was able to go in on my app and actually look and see, oh my gosh, last hour, it was 2 degrees.
And that's where you started yelling at your children to turn off everything. Right. We're going to live in the dark, get the candles.
Absolutely. And, telling them, hey, look, you have clothes in your closet. I don't care if they're too small, put them on, layer up, get a blanket,
They get done with it. They've got all their clothes on, and marshmallows.
All the kids are huddled around the dog, because they're warm. But
and that's because when you got in there, you were able to actually see some new things in here. And so one thing that's an interesting piece and something that we often have to explain to members is the difference between billed and unbilled usage. Because billed usage, you're going to see both of those terms in there, and people are saying, hey, where do I go to see what I'm using right now?
Right. And that's in unbilled usage because we haven't, your billing cycle hasn't closed yet. Your billed usage is going to be what you paid, it's already billed. I mean, it as silly as it sounds, it is what's already been done.
Exactly.
Unbilled usage is where you want to go to see your current or as up to date as current as we can information on there.
So once you've selected on that unbilled option there, you can actually go in and change between kilowatt hours and dollars, because unless you work in the electric distribution industry, you probably don't think of that light switch is operating at 1 kilowatt an hour.
Yeah.
That's not how you think. Instead, you're probably thinking that right there is probably costing me maybe 9.5 0.067 kilowatt, cents per kilowatt hour over there. If you're paying attention to our rates and what's on your bill.
69 episodes, and my math has rubbed off on you. My math skills. It's good.
But no, people want to see things in relation to what actually costs.
You're right. I mean, because that's what you're used to when your bill comes every month is seeing the cost and the cost associated with what you're using. Yeah, I mean, I jump in there and I see the kilowatt hours are through the roof, and I'm like, holy moly, that is a lot. Mm-hmm. But then when I shift it to dollars, I'm like, good Lord, So you have that choice, and the cool thing is when it actually graphs it out, it not only graphs out how much you've used in comparison to dollars, but also with the weather outside. Mm-hmm. So you can actually see that direct correlation of when it's 90 degrees or when it's 2 degrees, how much you're using, and it helps to at the end of the month. Look at February. We had some days that were super warm, some days that were super cold. At the end of the month, you don't remember the cold days, you don't remember the hot days. You think, oh, it's been pretty mild. Right. But you go back in there and you can see, it was. What
would be very interesting, and I found very interesting at least, is go back and look at January and look at where the temperatures fall, and then look at January or the next couple months after that, right? Because here soon you'll actually be able to look back.
Right.
This January to next January.
Right.
Right now we don't have all that. That information's not all in the system, but as going forward, you're going to have that available to you. But one thing to remember with this is the way you actually get to that is by going to the options up in the top right-hand corner. Mm-hmm. You pull that down, you select if you want KWH or if you want cost.
Right.
Most people want cost.
Yep.
But one thing to note is that for prepay users, this doesn't quite work.
Yeah. When you're on prepay, you're prepaying your electricity. So everything that you see is basically going to be in the past. I mean, it's you can see it, but you can see how much it's what your dollar usage is, but you have to get into the web portal to see that stuff.
So again, like I said, so if you're on prepay, which is a fantastic program.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're interested in our prepay program, that's
a tough one.
Wow. We're going to have see how we got to work on that.
I blame Sonny.
Yeah. Wake up, Sonny. So that's one thing you can do. You can always give us a holler at 877-777-9020 to talk to a member support specialist about that. But again, we're going to keep moving on.
Keep on trucking.
On the app.
Prepay. Here. We're going to talk about prepay in the future. Just know that. Stay tuned. It is.
Yeah. There's definitely more information about prepay coming. If you've not already been discussed with that option. Now, once you customize this setting, this is a new thing. Okay. Right. Get ready for this. This is new. You can save it. You can save your settings. So when you log in the next time, you're not having to go through and change everything again.
As easy as that sounds, I mean, some folks may be like, well, yeah, why wouldn't it do that? That's a huge thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, people came back and said, I have to change this every single time. Yep. So we were able to go in and make these changes. So now if all you ever want to see is dollars, all you're ever going to see is dollars.
Set it up and it's done. It's very, again, this is new to our app.
Right.
Of course, some apps this may not be, but again, we're trying to make things better for members every single day that we can.
Right.
And that was just one of the latest ones.
And one of the cool things after you get, if you're looking for an overall monthly summary, down the lower left-hand corner, there's a circle with the little eye, click that, it brings up your monthly summary and just kind of talks to you about your highs, your lows, your averages, things like that. It's really cool.
And there's also the ability to change that between kind of a graph and a table format, like you're talking about there. You can switch back and forth. But the other neat thing about that is that as a whole, like I said, you can see it so much better in a table format.
Right.
Now, I can't see my trend.
Right.
If you want to be the nerd of the group and you really want to dive in there and see your trend analysis and stuff.
You're looking at me I mean, so I like that.
I'm going to be honest, in a room with nobody else in it, you're the only one to look at. So
Sonny,
wake up, Sonny.
No, I do. I like to see
see if we get him moving again there.
I like to see the trend. I do because as I'm one of those guys that I like to see. Okay, well, the weather is doing this. My kids have touched the thermostat here. It's time to,
and you can
put
tell,
a lockbox over it.
You can tell because it's not that the temperatures change, but there's smudgy fingerprints
that's right.
all over the thing. You don't know what's going on there.
It's really cool to be able to see the different ways that you can look at. I mean, we try and make it easy so that everybody can check it out. You know, if you like it, if you like to see the trends, it's there. If you like to see it just in a tabular format, it's there. You know, as you start to look and break everything down, you know, it's real good to remember, you know, that more than 50% of what you're seeing there is directly related to your heating and cooling.
And,
you know,
and that's something that, again, with the temperature, and one of the reasons why temperature's on there is because if you do drop that thermostat down, say for instance, it's cold outside, heat's running, you drop it down from say 68 to 65, you're going to see a noticeable difference on the consumption.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what we encourage folks to do. You know, in the wintertime, knock it down a little bit. Well, find your comfortable spot and drop it a degree.
And and the other thing about this, the graph and everything that's really cool to check out is while 50% is your HVAC system on average, of course, larger homes, smaller homes, there's differences there. But the other piece is that when you say, for instance, I'm getting married, or I'm not getting married. I am married.
You got married.
I got married, I guess.
It's okay. It was a lot of prep.
Man, it's a lot of prep. But it was a lot of fun too. But the thing about that is now that I've got an extra person in my house, I can actually see, okay, what is my energy usage now that there is an extra person in there?
Right.
Which would relate well to someone that, say, adds a roommate or has a child move out of the home. You'll be able to see the difference in the consumption habits. You know, so for instance, if you had someone who takes long showers, you can see the fact that when they left, or maybe they're gone for a week, you say, hey, listen, you're burning up an extra $2 or $3 over here on hot water.
And the hot water heater is something that is a huge draw. Exactly. I mean, believe it or not, you know, that's washing clothes in hot water, especially dishwasher, all those things.
And you can also use that to troubleshoot a little bit of what's going on, because we've had people that have had high energy bills, and it's a transitional month like we're in now, where there shouldn't be a extra high bill. And so what's happened is their heater, or the element in their water heater, is burned out. And what's happening is that there's two elements in that water heater, and one is doing the work of two, and it just burns and burns and burns. So you can kind of use that to troubleshoot some of your larger appliances. Are they drawing too much energy than they should? And
the water heater is one that is tough to diagnose. It's not like when your HVAC unit goes out and you have it on heat and it's blowing, or it's blowing cold, you know, it's not like that. You know, it's one you really have to start to watch. And that's where your trends come in, you know, to start seeing those things and seeing what's going on. You know, the big thing to remember with myMTEMC, we threw a lot of information at you. We really did. But, you know, we're here. And we can, you know, through a phone call, stop into the office, bring your phone in, you know, I mean, bring it in and be like, look, I don't know what you're talking about. Show me where it is. And our member support specialists, they'll be able to help you out. They'll be able to walk you through it. You know, we'll walk you through it as best we can on the phone. You know, just be patient, call us, reach out to us. We want to help you out.
And that's the thing, is that we do want to help you out. And that's why we're making these tools available to you, because we're not here to push you to use more energy. We're not here anything like that. We want you to conserve your energy.
That's right.
Which in turn makes you pay less money each month.
Well, you know, you're going to use it. You know, I mean, we know that, and we're not trying to hide that fact. You know, we know you're going to use it, but what we want to do is have you use it wisely, minimize how much you're using it. We're one of the only companies that has a product that we want you to use less of. I mean, that's the cooperative way. We know you're going to use it, so use it wisely. Don't spend a ton of money. You know, I mean, we want to provide these tips. We want to provide these tools for you to be able to go through and really just be energy smart, you know?
And what I'm personally looking really forward to with this myMTEMC app and everything is to be able to see those changes, because I have an older home. And one of the things that Sam and I are going to be working our way through is buying a new HVAC system. She already knows, hey, this is coming. So I'm very interested to see what my billing, what my usage looks like, what the bill consumption shows each month once I change that out. Because again, I have a 20-year-old unit, and this is just another tool that allows me to check those types of things.
And be able to compare and actually see the difference, you know, and watching how little changes can make a big difference on your monthly bill.
And that's the thing that Tim spoke to a couple weeks ago was being intentional with your energy efficiency. So, and that's one thing that this allows you to be is intentional with the changes that you make in your home.
That's right. Yeah. And speaking of Tim, if you haven't watched that episode, go back and watch that episode. Tim's one of our energy services coordinators, and he is a fantastic guy, wealth of knowledge. If you haven't watched it and you want to know a little bit more about energy efficiency, check that episode out. Check other episodes out. We have 68 other episodes.
And also, as we close up here, don't forget that right now we are offering home audits.
Man.
Normally they're
So
$75.
Yeah.
Right now, the team is offering those for $25, which means that folks like Tim, Tim is our energy services coordinator. We've got 3 other energy service coordinators that will come to your home. You have to make an appointment though. So go to mtmc.com/eScore.
Yep.
That's mtmc.com/eScore. And there you'll be able to set up an appointment, schedule that out with them. Yeah. They'll come out, they'll evaluate your home, tell you how you can improve your efficiency along with some general knowledge that you can actually ask them to say, hey, what can I do?
But know this, by signing up for that, we're not selling you anything.
Nope.
It's not okay. Well, what are they going to sell? No, we're coming out there just as a service
pure benefit for you.
Totally. I mean, I've had them come out and do it at my house, and that's exactly it. Here's some ways that you can make energy efficient improvements.
I'm not going to invite them to my house until I do some things because I know I'm not going to score well. But anyways,
my score is a 2. Yay!
Very low score. It's like my math score in high school.
And on unmetered.
Yes, that's true. Thanks again for listening. Don't forget, go to experiencemembership.coop to find out the benefits you have, because at Middle Tennessee Electric, you're not just a customer.
You're a member.
And membership has its benefits. Thanks again for listening this week. Be sure to check us out on our social media channels, and maybe one day Sonny will wake up. He's moving a little bit. Maybe one day Sonny will wake up. But thanks again for listening, and have a great week.
See ya. Unmetered is brought to you by Middle Tennessee Electric.